Hello, everyone. Wonderful night we have here. Without further ado, it is 7:30 to be exact. So I'll be starting momentarily, waiting for a bit more people to show up, and we'll be going. So today I wanted to present a really special topic that was near and dear to my heart. Something that every high school student dreams of: their first internship. Well, the most courageous part is the dream. What you, what you, what you need is proof of concept. What you need is the actual internship. Well, look no further. I'll be running through the full blueprint on how to actually get it, and let's get started. Before we do, I want to give a shout out to Miss Singh, our amazing business teacher at Clark, for her amazing work and all her due diligence. She has really lighted a torch in me that I'm proud to call her my teacher. And so, we shall begin. I shall expose to you how I got my internship at 17, which was like 2 days ago. But yeah, let's get started. So, I wanted an internship in architecture, civil engineering, or general contracting. I really want to become a civil engineer, specifically a structural one. And here was the cold hard truth, the reality. At 17 years old, I'm technically a company's worth nightmare. No experience, no bachelor's, young, still in high school, a minor, and not 18. Well, that makes you a big liability. From a business standpoint, hiring me just doesn't make sense. So I knew I couldn't compete on experience. I had to make a special effort and compete based on effort. So what didn't work for me was emails. First, I did what everyone tells you to do. I sent emails. Naturally, I emailed 15 civil engineering firms, 14 of which flat out ignored me. And it's been 2 months since I've emailed them, but only one responded with with a meh response. The response was basically, there aren't any openings right now. Maybe in the summer we'll offer something. But that basically counts as zero opportunities. So that's when I realized I need a new strategy. So I made a list of 50 architecture and engineering firms, and I called every single one of them. 50 calls in 1 hour. I set that goal for myself, and I would not quit until that 50 was met. No hiding behind the screen. Playtime was over. So, the results. Here's what happened: 15 immediately hung up on me. 25 said no after I presented myself. 9 said maybe. And only one out of those 50 offered me the chance at an interview. Out of 50, however, I got 10 positive responses, which is a 20% positive response rate if you look at it from a math perspective. With emails, I got around 6%, and even that wasn't solid. Phone calls were more than 3 times as effective. The biggest thing I learned is this: rejection is just math. If 1 out of 50 works, your job isn't to hope. Your job is to finish the 50. It's not personal, it's a probability. Most students quit after 5 rejections. I just kept going. What I regret is not starting sooner. That is my biggest regret that I've had to this day. If I had the foresight as a freshman or sophomore, I could have built a year or two of experience by the time I reached junior year. So, my message to you is, don't be lazy. The time is now. Take advantage of opportunities, because the next thing you know, those same doors won't be open any longer. So, when you call, Here's a strong way to introduce yourself to your potential employer. So you would say, "Hi, my name is so and so. I'm blank years old and pursuing this, um, degree or whatever." And you would be like, "I'm actively looking for internship or shadowing opportunities, and I'd love to learn more about how I could contribute to your firm." So this is what said at the interview. Well, not at the interview, at the call. So, hi, my name is Eric. I'm 17 years old and I'm pursuing structural engineering. I'm actively looking for internship or shadowing opportunities, and I'd love to learn more about how I could continue and contribute to your firm. So, here's some negotiation tactics that you could use for like follow up responses. So, if they say we don't take high school students, you could respond with, "I understand. I'm still eager to learn and gain experience. Is there any way I could shadow someday for a day? Or perhaps help out in any small, meaningful tasks?" If they say, "Email us your resume," well, that's your golden chance. Absolutely. Could I also follow up with a quick phone call in a week to see if there's any opportunity to contribute? You have to always follow up. Opportunity is not going to chase you. You have to chase opportunity. If they say, "I have someone call you back," well, you'll be like, "Thank you. What's the best time for me to follow up if I haven't heard from them?" You have to be that annoying salesman. You have to be selling yourself out to companies. I know, it sounds kind of wrong, but that's what you do in college. You always have to pursue your betterment and you have to always pursue that dream. So, what will you be saying? If they say no, for example, if after they say no, you all you can do is politely ask. You'll be like, "I understand. If you were in my shoes as a high school student trying to land an internship at the firm's name, what advice would you give me? What would I need to have or do to make this possible?" This tactic turns rejection into mentorship, demonstrates initiative, and can open doors they didn't initially offer. So, this is a step by step of how you can do it. If you're in high school and want an internship, Google something like civil engineering firms near me, or whatever job that you're pursuing. Architecture firms in my area, for example. Make a list of 30 to 50 companies in your field of interest. Call during normal business hours, or just right after school, when you get home. Use the fill in the blank intro I just shared with you.